So the curve tool. So the second tool we have here is the curve tool. When I hover over, you see it's used to edit a curve object or a text character by manipulating nodes. We'll look at what nodes are. So usually, let me give you a simple example straightforward. And I use the pick tool to select. You can see from the corner it says node. Okay, so the nodes are actually they're like points on the whole shape that you can actually manipulate. Okay, so I'm going back to the curve tool. So what the curve tool does, it helps you to even though it's got curves, it actually helps to make curves and also helps manipulate tools even further than the pick tool does in terms of transformation and all that. So by using nodes to do all those things. So the very basic duty it does, I'm sure some of you will just begin to like this. So when you select it, especially on a rectangle, okay, you just click at the center, the edge here, and then you drag and you can have a rounded rectangle. That's how to usually create a rounded rectangle in CorelDraw. And then you can drag it fully to get more like this nice tool here. And people usually use it most of the time. Personally, I use it a lot to create some nice effect, can change the color, and you put the text into it. We'll be looking at all these things in the future. So please try and then play around it as much as possible. Okay. One thing about these tools is the more you try and play around it, the easier and further the easier it becomes for you. So this is almost like a circle and all that. But don't forget, it's still a rectangle anyway. What if I want to take it back to default? I just click the curve tool and then I drag it here and it goes back to being a normal rectangle, just like it used to be. Now, so the how do I say it? The features of what this tool can do, the curve tool can do, is limited when you don't turn this into a curve. Remember, it says what? It edits a curve object. So this object here is not a curve object, it's a normal shape. So to convert an object into a curve object, what you do is you right click on it and then you have convert to curves, or you can just use the shortcut Control Q. Okay, so now I've converted this over here to curves. Now let's see how the curve tool works. So actually you use the curve tool a lot when you are doing logo designs and manipulating text, characters, and a whole lot. So we'll be looking at them into details as time goes on. Okay, so you can see one here, so I can use this to actually change. You can see this is a deep manipulation of the shape than what the pick tool usually do. So you can see, so these are some of the icons and logos and so on and so forth that you see are usually created. So it's a curve. So there are so many ways. I can click on it and then use this option over here. So to convert to a curve, when I convert this, then I'm converting this line to a curve, and it gives me the chance to play around this. You can then select here, and then it will give me a chance to also play around this in that order. So you can see what the curve tool is used to do. So many things. So these are we actually design most logos by using the curve tool. And if you master the curve tool, it's a very, very big advantage you are adding to your skill, because it helps so much make certain work easier. But don't these are the tools I prefer using. Okay, so there are so many ways to do one thing in CorelDraw application. It's okay. All right, so that is what the curve tool usually does. All right, so let me just give a quick demonstration on how we use it to also manipulate text. So assuming I click here, I can just maybe, let's say, write a letter A. Okay, let me just enlarge it. Don't forget, with this it's selected, so you can use it, or you can just come to the pick tool and then you enlarge it. So when I enlarge it by clicking the corners, as I said earlier on. So with text and image, usually it's advisable with using the pick tool. You enlarge it using the top node here. Okay, the corner nodes. Okay, so with this, assuming I want to convert it to a curve and manipulate it, so I can just right click, go to convert to curves. So you can see the nodes here. There are these faint boxes over here. Okay, so when I go to the curve tool, you can see that it shows me all the nodes I can play with. So I can decide to actually remove this part of this letter A and reduce it, and at the end of the day, it's like I'm creating my own customized font. Okay, so I can do so many things. I can actually just play around this, and yeah, there we go. This is a nice one. Somebody do this and call it a logo. Yeah, so that is the beauty of using the curve tool. The curve tool is very, very manipulative. It gives you the chance to manipulate any shape, provided you're able to convert it to curves. And it has nodes. You can use the curve tool to work around it. You can also use the curve tool to actually fully transform just a normal line into other things. So let me just demonstrate. Okay, let's create a line. Okay, just create a line, and then I want to manipulate it. I can just see the head and the tail, right? So I just tap on the head this way, and then here convert to curves. I can just right click on it and use the convert to curve. So you can see that I'm able to easily transform this into something nice. So the impact of it is when I'm doing a copy and paste of this node I have, I just click on it and then make the second one out, and then we have something beautiful going on here, right? So usually the curve tool I use it so many times when I'm designing logos and all that. So basically that is all for now for the curve tool. We'll be going deeper into it in later videos. Thank you for staying to the end of this particular tutorial. This tutorial is part of my playlist on the tools in CorelDraw application. If you have any questions or suggestions for me, I'll be glad if you can drop them in the comment section so that I'll address them for you. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I'll be very happy if you could do that so that you can be notified anytime I drop another video.